Hello, everyone. I'm DTM, and yeah, I don't normally do these update videos, but this upcoming one is way too spicy for me to not comment on one. And hopefully, we will be able to see the refine soon. But yeah, I need to talk about this update because oh boy, a lot of things are going to change, specifically with SD. But yeah, before we get into that, be sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell, all that jazz to help support the channel. Only takes 5 seconds to subscribe, but it truly does help out the channel a lot, and I really do appreciate all the constant support. But let's get on the way with this update, because it's quite big, honestly. So the first thing is that the arena is being updated. You will now be able to have tactical retreat 2 times. This is not that big of a deal, I feel. I mean, obviously having tactical retreat 2 times is a huge quality of life change, especially since a lot of arena these days is about scoring. Doing a match, especially if you have like dual units, which I think at this day and age, if you want to stay in tier 21, you sort of have to, should be relatively fine. Like just have Ninjorin just like take out everything. But no, the 2 times is it's a very nice quality of life change. I do wonder how this will affect scoring, because we have been seeing crazy scoring inflation in Arena these days, and especially with the next upcoming bonus units not having any free-to-play option, besides, I don't know, Hilda, which we can only get as a +2, like, it is getting extremely tough for not even just free-to-play players, but like players in general who, you know, might not want to summon on the genealogy banner. You know, like, what, are we going to just try to roll for Skahoth? That sounds like suffering. But no, Arena is being updated, so I guess that's nice as well. Summoner's Duels is being updated. This is a very good quality of life change. Showing your opponent's remaining teams is really nice, as it is often the case when I do Summoner's Duels S that I completely forget what the opponent has, as like I'm zero focused on the current my current team selection, as I generally focus on the teams I want to ban, not the teams I want to keep. So this is just a really good quality of life change, so I'm really happy to see it, and we'll hopefully be able to inform ourselves of the decision making. But here is the big one right now. So the effects of the captain skills below are being updated: Erosion and Effulgence. So Erosion beforehand was basically useless. Like, it just prevented the foe from being able to counterattack if their savior skill triggered, which is completely useless, especially in Summoner's Duels. Like, Fjorm just completely ignores this effect, and a lot of far save units these days in Summoner's Duels don't even try to counterattack. Like Brave Hector or Ascendant Fjorm, I mean not Ascendant Fjorm, Ascendant Idun, like they often run distant defense instead of distant counter weapon or a distant counter skill, because having that extra bulk is a lot more important, and it is more important that the unit survives than be able to retaliate in Summoner's Duels, which is not the case in something like Aether Raids. But now, with the update, when your captain is in combat, foes' savior skills will not trigger. This is absolutely huge, because your captain, with this skill, can now just ignore all type of save skills. So if you put this on something like, say, Yuri, like Yuri no longer has to worry about those hardy fighter far saves units. Yuri can just come in, attack, and come out. So obviously this will also increase the value of something like Canto Control, and decrease the value of saves when this captain skill is in season. Now obviously Erosion won't be in season all the time, but when Erosion is in the list, it will probably be the best captain skill, just due to how meta impactful far safe units are. Like, there's a reason why we don't see that many Winterlight Scythias or Ninjorans that much, because like people use far saves to be able to counter that, right? So I honestly think if Erosion is in season, you probably shouldn't even bother with a far save unit or a save unit in general. You should just like leave that, like not even run it, and instead run a different unit that either provides another offensive threat or like provides some sort of more support, like Bridal Catria, for example. So whenever Erosion is season, I mean, obviously we have to wait to see how the meta shakes up and what map we are going to be in with this captain skill. But yeah, this Erosion skill is absolutely huge for Summoner's Duels. Hopefully we will see something similar in either an inheritable skill or a unit, because we definitely need one in Ether Rates right now, because oh my goodness, like a save ball in Ether Rates offense is basically unstoppable. So yeah, if we can get like save control IS, or maybe like a seal with this. I actually talked to Joel about like potential save counters, and having this on a seal would be actually super interesting, I feel. Go watch the podcast I did with Joel if you want to delve into deeper. Effulgence grants attack speed +4 and neutralizes penalties to allies was the previous condition. Now it is neutralizes penalties to your captains and allies. So this is just a minor change, I feel. And honestly, I still feel Effulgence is probably the least useful skill, unless, like, I don't know, Mass Confusion is being run at the same time. But yeah, Effulgence, honestly, doesn't receive that big of an upgrade compared to Erosion. So yeah, big spicy changes for Summoner's Duels. And of course, the cap will be increased to 1900 as usual. And also another quality of life change. When the game will try to reconnect automatically when the connection is broken in the middle of the match. It did before. I'm not sure what this means, because like it did. I mean, I guess maybe, I don't know. This is kind of weird. I don't know what they mean by that. We'll have to test that out. All right. Now we have the Mythic Remix, and we have Duma, which is super exciting. Duma's new A skill is Fury 4. It's super funny because we just got Medius, who like obviously just ignores all out of combat damage. And now Duma has Fury 4. Obviously they're in different seasons, but I just like want to comment on that. Fury 4, I don't think it's the best skill on him, to be perfectly honest. Although, I guess with the new remix skill, that sort of has some synergy. But honestly, I don't think Fury 4 will really help Duma compared to like something maybe like Life and Death even. But anyways, let's look at Upheaval Plus. At the start of turn 1, deals 10 damage to all foes, and if defending in Ether Raids during Anima season, destroys nearest structure. Does not affect structures that cannot be destroyed. At the start of combat, if unit's attack is greater than foe's attack, or if foe's HP is less than 100%, neutralizes foe's bonuses during combat. So, I assume this is happening when Duma himself is in combat, and not when his like allies are also in combat. So I'm just gonna assume that. But like, I don't think this is honestly that big of a change. Like, the damage being increased from 7 to 10, like that's just a 3 damage increase, which I don't think really matters that much. Honestly, it probably just helps. Honestly, like, Upheaval generally helps the enemy offense in being able to set up for Wings of Mercy plays or potential Ardent Sacrifices. So it's not really that effect that really matters. What matters is it destroys the nearest offensive structures. And I think I just realized, hold on, this no longer requires it being in a column, right? If I'm reading this correctly. This is now just the nearest offensive structure. So honestly, this is a huge buff because, like, before, like, you'd always have to gamble, right? When you're making your defense on whether or not your opponent actually has like an offensive structure in that column where you put Duma. But now you don't even have to worry about that. You just have to put him in, and the nearest structure will just get deleted from the game. That is huge because, yeah, most times the offensive structures that are important are generally towards the center. People generally put, like, say, their fort and their ladders to, like, the edge, and just have their remaining structures, like safety fence or whatnot, like towards the center. They either have, like, the center two spots free, or they have those center two spots, like, occupied. Like, to tell you what I mean, actually, give me a second. Yeah, normally, like, either people have their offensive systems like this, with 2 space free. This will probably become safety fence, and this is the bonus unit. Or they do it like this, where to, you know, have the bolt tower try to affect more people towards the center, and have these 2 space out. So as long as you put Duma, like, somewhere near the center, they'll be able to counter that. Obviously, it's still a bit RNG on whether or not you actually snipe the unit you want, the structure you want, and not, say, like, the bonus structure. So there's still a little bit of gamble in that, but still, it is a pretty big buff overall, I'd say. So yeah, Duma got even stronger, and I cannot wait until what we see for his weapon refine. Yeah, I definitely want to talk about this a lot more, because it is super spicy. Probably when the refine comes out. Yeah, on to the next one. Memento events are being added, which is pretty cool. I always like these. These are really cute. And yeah, we get new limited ephemeras, and we have Pent and Raphael, it appears, as our 5-star options. Wasn't Raphael the 4-star focus of his banner? Yeah, he was. So I don't know why he's being offered as a 5-star, but again, I'm not complaining. Although, I don't think he has the most greatest skills to inherit. Like, what does he come with? He comes with Firestorm Dance 2 and Ward Beast. Yeah, that's completely useless. What makes Raphael good is his preference weapon in being able to grant special cooldown charge -1 to the unit's support partner. So I don't think this ephemera will be that useful to a lot of people. Like, who wants Firestorm Dance, right? But Pent here has Pulse Smoke, which is super good. I guess Vessel of Cheers. Okay, I guess. And Rally Up Attack Plus is cool, but Pulse Smoke I think will be the main thing that people will try to fodder him for. Pulse Smoke is very good. I still think it's one of the best C skills, alongside with, like, the joint drives and stuff, especially for a tank, or potentially something like Summoner's Duels, where you want to get those cooldown charges down. So yeah, Pulse Smoke, definitely very good value, so I would recommend trying to get Pent as soon as possible. And obviously Shamir here is the Grail unit that's going to be on the Limit Ephemera. So if you're building up Shamir, definitely want to get that. And yeah, now we get to the weapon refines, and we already have Duma, who had his weapon remix. But in addition, we're going to have something for Thea, who will have a new weapon, I assume, called Icy Maltet. We'll be super excited to see what they give Thea. Lance Flyers face a lot of competition because quite frankly, IS just produces so many of them, and a lot of them are just 3-star, 4-star units with nothing special. So I'm very curious to see how Icy Maltet will actually do. And then we'll get an update to Garneth. Funny how, like, after Medius got released, we have a refine for Garneth. It's like poetry. And then Idune will also be super interesting. I actually have like 2 copies of Idune, so this is something I'm actually really interested in. And then we have Felicia. I actually also have a copy of Felicia as well, although she's mainly waiting to become special spiral fodder at this moment. But still, I'm very interested to see what she has. And then we have Kitsune Fang. Kitsune Fang is already pretty good, I'd say, on Cadence, so I'm very curious on what they do with that. And of course, the big one will be Fell Breath on Duma. Depending on what his weapon refine do, like, he could legit be one of the best Anima season mythics in the game, depending on what they do with his remix or refine. But where is Ophelia? Why isn't Ophelia here? Like, we need an Ophelia refine, Ayaz. Why are you waiting so long to give Ophelia one? Come on. I'm so sad. We have to wait an additional month for Ophelia. Gosh darn it. Oh yeah. Next updates, we have Ether Raids, which is super exciting. Bolt Tower is being increased. Sort of useless on Dark Season now because of Medius. But honestly, I still find a lot of value in Bolt Tower. And, you know, Bolt Tower is still fine on Anima Season. Although, again, with Duma getting his remix, that might be a bit harder. But level 9 is like, what, 50 damage at this point? Like, it's getting kind of ridiculous. How much damage the Bolt Tower can do. Like, actually ridiculous. Yeah, Mjolnir Strike is being updated, no one really cares. We have Luthier and Salem being added, which I guess is cool. Get more Plegian Bow. I mean, not Plegian Bow, the Plegian Red Tome. And yeah, we have, I guess, improved graphics as well. Yeah, overall, a very interesting update. Again, I think the biggest thing is Duma's remix and the change to Erosion, which will definitely affect the Summoner's Duels meta whenever Erosion is on the Captain Skill rotation. So yeah, let me know what you all think about this update. I'm super intrigued to see how the meta shakes up thanks to that, and hopefully we get an Erosion-like skill in the main pool, like, so we can use it outside of Summoner's Duels. I think that would be really cool and really interesting, and desperately needed for something like Ether Raids. Like, please, like, save balls have had it good for way too long in that mode. But yeah, let me know what you think about this updates in the comments below. And as always, if you like the content, be sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell, all that jazz to help grow the channel. Only takes 5 seconds to subscribe, but it truly does help out this channel a lot, and I really do appreciate all the constant support. Please ignore that countdown thing. That was a bit weird. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and see you all next time.